want to see how Geno looks behind an above average O-line. I suspect it might be only average this year, but at least that's a bit of an improvement. I would offer that's what it's about, Lord. It's getting yourself up, as I say with a lot of these stats that I'll often reference, and it can be kind of on both, Lord, both sides of the ball here. Blitz rate, willingness to use fly sweeps, willingness to attack to the edges in the run game, pitches, outside zone, that type of thing. Targeting the middle of the field, the quality of your offensive line. All of these things that I just talked about are things that we have been a league worst at rate. That's where we've been the bottom of the barrel. And so the drive is certainly, if you can get up to the best, that'd be awesome if you can hit that on any of those markers. If we get an offensive line that's the best in pass protecting in the NFL or one of the top 5, that'd be amazing. But beyond getting to that point, which would be sweet, just get me to middle of the road here. Just get me off the mat. Let me put my jaw back together, get up off the mat and get to a middle ground spot. Targeting the middle of the field. Give me middle of the road. Blitz rate. Get me middle of the road. Why? Because then we bring in the element of surprise and disguise, the inability to easily read what we're doing snap in and snap out. A simple, easy advantage to provide to your football team that doesn't require you to find the best prospect in the nation at a given position. And that's why I hammer on those things, because it is about that. You're right, Lord. It's about taking it from here just up. Just get me up to the low 20s, and you will see an uptick in improvement of production. You'll see an uptick in how well the team does. And if the team dealing with some of these matters last year could get to 9 wins, you get these other items fixed up. Can they get 2 wins better? Can you get to 11 wins? Can you get to 12 wins if you get some of this stuff fixed up? I think so. I mean, it certainly is within the realm of possibility. Just a bit of improvement, Lord. Just a bit of improvement, as you put it. What's the most this O-line could improve in your realistic opinion? Ooh, great question. Charles Cross is ready to put a season together where he basically gets you over 70 on a PFF. I think that a big part of this is going to kind of be on the back of Abraham Lucas's health. I think if you have either Stone Forsythe or George Fant out there, you're probably below league average out there at that side. If you have Haynes out there in his first year, he's ready to go, league average play. Then you're talking about left guard and center. In my opinion, if you were 28th in pass protection last year, you probably have an ability this year to get yourself up to around 17th or 16th, somewhere right around middle of the road. I think the 2 things that'll help this happen is I think the health can't have anywhere to go but up, I would think, number one. So you should be healthier, and by being healthier, you should just be better. That should be a part that comes in and helps. But then the second part of this we have to remember, Garth, with this offense is that it's a spread-based offense that was really good about being able to keep Michael Penix from getting hit. I mean, you just got the ball out of his hand consistently all the time where he's not being back there and laid to bear to have to deal with that pressure. There's not enough time. So the offense is also going to build in a lot of concepts that are going to be easy plays for Geno to be able to complete and just get the ball out of his hand. That's one less play that would have been in the old offense, him sitting back in the pocket, under duress, going through reads, navigating pressure. Not as much that I don't think anymore now, Garth. So those combo of those two, I think, raise it up basically 9, 10, 11 spots on the PFF list as far as pass protection goes. But by that measure, I think if you get to a middle of the road state with this offensive line, this offense then becomes, in Geno's case, goes from being a sub 4,000 yard passer to being a 4,600 yard passer. It goes from being a guy that'll give you 30 touchdowns to giving you 35, 36 touchdowns a year. So even though it's a little bit of a bump, I think that the performance in the QB position will look a lot better if you can just make that little jump, Garth. I don't think top 15 is probably realistic because a lot of what they've done here is go with youth on the offensive line to develop to get that good offensive line versus microwaving it in free agency or trading for a guy and getting something that's a little bit more certain in what they were bringing in. That to me leads me to believe that you're looking at more of a moderate jump this year by the combo of those 2 factors I just talked about. But long term should be good long term. But yeah, I think 10 spots is about as good as you can hope. Still probably just outside the top 15, but much, much better as far as the offense just being more efficient and effective and productive on the back of that at that point.